the Town is sponsored by Ashland-The Henry Clay Estate.
Well, it is a magical time of the year, especially here at Ashland-The Henry Clay Estate. And so we've come to learn about their candlelight tours and their illumination that's happening soon. And with us, we're joined by Jim Clark. We have Eric Brooks. Gentlemen, thanks for having us out to the house.
Oh, thank you.
It's always a pleasure to come and experience this beautiful little piece of history that we have right here in Lexington. But I have been to the illumination and the candlelight tours before. I highly recommend it. Tell everybody about this year's event and when's it going to be?
Okay, it really starts on December 1st when the Christmas shop at the cottage opens up. So that'll run the entire week leading up to the 6th. And in the shop, we're featuring all local artists. So it's pottery, woodwork, lavender products, so everything, Kentucky Proud related, which is what Henry would want to promote, the industry of Kentucky,
yes,
especially the arts. And then on the 6th, we have the illumination. So that is something that really kicks off the season for us. And then we have the candlelight tours that start right after the illumination.
Oh, so there's a lot of work that goes into getting ready for this. And I think this is a perfect time to do your Christmas shopping because you're going to have unique finds, right?
Stocking stuffers as well as really nice gifts. We actually have some charcuterie boards that are made from wood from the estate.
That is a unique item.
Treasured art.
Can't get that anywhere else.
Nope. And we also have wreath making workshops on December 6th at 1:30 and 3 o'clock. We have a great partner with Brenda Barrett, who's a landscape architect and garden designer who leads people through how to create their own custom wreath.
Oh, what a great activity. Do people just sign up for that online
Yes,
to register?
Online, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Now, Eric, talk to us about the house specifically. It's been decorated. It's beautiful. What is this year's theme?
This year we have chosen to decorate around a theme of Christmas through the eyes of a child. So that's not something we've done a lot in the past. We have acquired a number of images of children in the family. We have a small collection of toys. We've been able to borrow toys from others. We've borrowed costumes from the Kentucky Historical Society, which is something we've been doing now for 10 or 12 years. It's a great partnership. So we have children's clothing in most every room in the house. So it's really a unique and different approach. It's something I think that's really turned out well. I really enjoyed working with our decorators, Sue Andrew and Judy Agra, who have done a masterful job of putting this whole thing together.
No, we couldn't do it without the volunteers
That's
and their
true.
creativity and how they put this together. But also, this is probably more of a historical look at Christmas because each room has a different period that we're looking at when the kids were here, from Henry Clay's grandchildren to great-grandchildren. So it covers a sort of wide spectrum of time.
Wow.
Now, does the public need to come to a certain event to see these items?
Well, actually, if they just take a regular tour, they're going to see it. So they could just go and take a regular tour that starts at 10 o'clock and through the day. But the candlelight tours are on the 6th, the 12th, and the 14th. And on the 12th and 14th, they'll start at 5:30. The last entry is at 7 o'clock, and it's timed entry.
Yes, I've done that before. I loved it. It's just something magical about seeing the house at night and going through it and learning more about Henry Clay and the family that lived here for a long, long time. So talk to us about the illumination, because that is very exciting here. What's going to happen?
Well, it starts, the wreath making workshop will be the first thing that happens. Then Santa will show up and we have our Santa selfies. And then we have the Kentuckians chorus at 5:30 that will lead us up to 6 o'clock, which is when it should be dark enough for the illumination to happen. And every year we try and change it a little bit in terms of which trees are lit. We always have the big colorful main tree, but we're doing a few things that are different, because it's important that kids have to have a little bit of a surprise. Even some adults like that. But, it's all for the kids to, get really excited about Christmas and also about this place and the history of this place.
Well, I love the theme that you all have chosen this year. We're seeing a peek of some of the children items here, and they're amazing. Do you guys have a favorite?
Well, this year I've been able to do some things that I haven't done a lot recently because we've gone in other directions, but this year, because of the way we decorated, there are more artifacts and more stories being told historically. So I've gotten to feature images of the children which again, that's a new thing. A lot of those images we only received a couple of years ago when we got a major donation from a descendant. That allowed me to identify an image previously unidentified that I had in my collection that I didn't know who she was. I do know now. But I've also gotten to create a couple of small exhibits on really interesting topics. Joel Poinsett, who was an American diplomat, first American minister to Mexico, who discovered a flower growing on mountainsides in central Mexico, a flower known to the Aztecs that he brought back to his greenhouses in South Carolina and started giving to friends. Eventually, a historian by the name of William Prescott decided it should bear his name. We use it every year at Christmas. It's called the poinsettia. Henry Clay might have been one of the first people to have one of those, so I have an exhibit on that upstairs.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also have an exhibit on Theodore Roosevelt, who was a friend of the McDowells, who stayed here in this house in 1888. I have a scan of the letter where he thanks Henry Clay's great-granddaughter for her hospitality. And that's really important to me because I started my career in museums at Sagamore Hill, Theodore Roosevelt's home on Long Island. That letter is written on Sagamore Hill stationery. Wow. So it's a complete circle for me. I finally brought that around.
That's so exciting.
And that exhibit tells the story of where teddy bears came from.
Oh, I love that.
So the tree upstairs is decorated with teddy bears.
I love it.
So amazing.
So much to see and do
Thank you,
here.
gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. We encourage everybody to come out to Ashland, the Henry Clay Estate.
Today's Talk of the Town was sponsored by Ashland, the Henry Clay Estate.
All right, that's another event that you can attend. Ashland, the Henry Clay Estate. Check it out. All of the information is up on the screen.